Ladies and gentlemen, enemies and friends, welcome to the show that... Oh, I'm sorry. This is a different show that we do at night.
I see what you almost did there.
Good morning, good evening, everybody who happens to be watching and or listening to this. Welcome to an impromptu kind of different episode of the Gaming Circle podcast. First off, it's our 50th episode, so I think I'll pat myself on the back.
Wow.
You hear me pat myself on the back? And Mr. Everborn Saga, please pat yourself on the back. He hasn't been introduced yet, but still continue doing that, yes. We are thankful to be able to continue doing this show for as long as we have been, and we will continue to be giving it to you. Pause. And this week's news has just been such a plethora. We have had so much fun. There's been so much talked about that we thought, you know what? Let's do one on a Friday night. So here we are, myself, and introducing my brother from another mother, the man who's out here, you know, catching up on the gaming news as I am, because there's just too much of it. Mr. Everborn Saga, good evening, good sir. How are you?
What's happening?
So yeah, man.
A little bit of sad news today.
We're starting a little sad at the top. Let us give our condolences. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
A cat that passed away over the past night. So dealing with that, but. Here to talk about the gaming news, take my mind off of the sad stuff.
Indeed. So
let's get going because we don't have a lot of time. We got a hard stop at 10.
We definitely don't. We're doing a straight hour this time because you know what? The gaming gods demanded it, and we're here to give it to them.
And I have a curfew. So
and he has a curfew. Hey, you know what? Look, he got a short term on the RFC. Those who know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Let's get started with the show. And I already see a bunch of folks already joining us in the chat. Thank you, Doovie. I see Ham Solo is in the spot. How you doing, good sir? I will say this week of news so far has been a little bit crazy. Even before the whole thing started, right? Even before the Summer Game Fest officially kicked off in earnest, you know, there were already leaks happening. There were already, you know, things that are dribs and drabs happening. How have you been keeping up with it, Mr. Everborn? How have you been digesting it, or has it been passing you by? What's going on?
I've been, I've been news adjacent. I'm getting
I knew he was going to say that. News adjacent.
Yes,
understood.
But I am getting an echo from you. I think it's some of the screen sharing you're doing. Yes.
Oh, apologies, good sir. All right. Well, I will stop my screen sharing. And I will make sure that there is no echo from me, because we cannot have that. But okay, let me reshare my screen so people can see what we're talking about. But so we're what actual news nuggets did you catch? Did you happen to watch let's say for example the Summer Game Fest live?
No, but I saw everybody's. Twitter
you saw all the stuff.
But there's only one piece of news that we need to know from that, which is Shredder's Revenge. Is going to Game Pass.
Yes, sir.
And we went from not knowing when that game was coming out to learning it was coming out next week and it's in Game Pass.
Indeed.
That is amazing.
Indeed. Yes. Funny enough, and I guess we don't need to bury the lead, but it's been a great showing so far. Admittedly, I haven't seen everything. I still need to catch up on the Tribeca Games Festival. For those who know, I'm a big indie gamer, so I got to check out Tribeca. I know the Guerrilla Collective is going to be great tomorrow. There's just the Humble Fest. The whole thing is going to be awesome. Hey, welcome Fred, Wright, and Jigga J. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us. Thank you so much. So I haven't caught up on all of it. I'm and even my VR-ness. There's an what's it? Upload VR gaming showcase, which they do every year, and they show some really interesting stuff there too. So hey, there you might actually catch some PSVR 2 content. So I'm excited to check that stuff out as well. But honestly, for me, it's been two indie games that have really kind of taken a few indie games that have taken the spotlight for me. And just so you guys know, this is just going to be a stream of consciousness from us. We have a bunch of news stories. We're going to talk about some things that have happened and all that. But anybody in the chat, we see you. You want to talk about something? You have questions? You want to bring something up? Please bring it up. We're here. We're here to talk to the community. So as you bring questions up, we'll highlight them and we'll definitely discuss that. But so the Plucky Knight, is that the name of the game?
Yes.
And that was at the Devolver Digital Show, which, by the way, every year Devolver does not they don't disappoint, and this year was no exception. Hilarious. like the homages to movies they did there. Did you see the whole thing?
No, I didn't get to see any.
You
of
need to see it.
Just
just for the entertainment value alone, I think I saw RoboCop in there. I think I saw Aliens in there. They basically like reenacted a bunch of movies while showing like a game trailer. It was just awesome and hilarious. But yeah, so shout out to Devolver Digital. They need to exist.
You always talk about Microsoft Embracer Group. I just want to say Devolver Digital greater than Embracer Group.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
And
I will give you that.
Be the get if you want high quality AA's, not Embracer Group.
Yeah.
I'm right.
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
No pushback. I don't want to hear any pushback.
I hear you. No, I will give you no pushback. I will give you absolutely no pushback. Why? Because you know what? At the end of the day, I think they are forced at the seat at the table. I think they belong at the seat of the table.
In tune with the zeitgeist.
True. They are very much in tune with the zeitgeist, and because of that, they have been them and Annapurna have been kind of striking it like hot, like out of the gate every time they do. So they had we'll be sharing trailers and stuff for the visual viewers as we go along, but they had that game that was just amazing. Like, let me see if I can find it real quick while we chat here. Basically, for the audio listeners who haven't checked it out, it basically a game where the character, like protagonist, playing on the screen, cool isometric camera view, really cool little beating up enemies and whatnot, and then all of a sudden the character leaps off the page and turns 3D in a very 3D world, and it's absolutely fantastic. And I was just like completely floored. Shout out to the homie Slow-Mo Black Slap joining us in the chat. What's going on, good sir? If you feel like coming on here to tell us what you've been enjoying, you are more than welcome to do so. It's up to you, good sir. Let me know, and I'll send you a quick invite. But yeah, I don't know. You saw the trailer for that, man? Right?
Huh? Stop being scared.
You know what? We're going crazy tonight. We're completely off the rails, off the beaten path. So he's asking. He takes it that we're going live tonight because we won't be live tomorrow. That is a good assertion, good sir. Because what had happened was
here we go.
I promised Lord Cognito that I would make an appearance at GCX, which is the Gaming Community Expo in Orlando, Florida tomorrow. And and the more I see images coming out of that expo, I'm like, yeah, man, I gotta go rep the people. It's gonna be great. So, Mr. Everborn Saga, and of course we didn't have a show last week, so we figured, you know what, why not hit folks off with something a little earlier, and then those who expect to see it on a Saturday will see it in their feeds when they log in. So the man says he fears nothing. We shall see. We have sent the invite. Will he join us? We shall see momentarily. Anyway, Mr. Everborn Saga, so you didn't see any of this Summer Game Fest stuff.
I saw nothing, and I know nothing.
And you know nothing. Okay.
Yes.
So you have not seen Street Fighter 6 footage in all of its glory.
Okay. No, I did see the trailer from the Sony show.
You saw the trailer from the Sony show. Okay. But I thought they gave more gameplay at the Summer Game Fest. They gave more.
Yes, they did.
They introduced Guile. They introduced Guile at the Summer Game Show. Now, of course, we don't know how folks will be.
Did you see Slow-Mo's last comment?
Oh yeah, Everborn. Of course.
Slow-Mo, I'm okay. All jokes aside,
admit it, bro. Admit it.
I actually lose sleep over that. I woke up in a cold sweat the other night just thinking about what could happen while Microsoft is stuck with this goddamn Activision acquisition.
Indeed.
And how Sega could just be scooped up in the blink of an eye by the enemy.
You lose sleep thinking about that, huh?
Cold sweats.
Indeed. Oh, bro. But so you didn't see them announce Guile. You didn't see them just like pop, because Guile wasn't in Street Fighter 5. I don't know if you knew that. So they brought him back. His arms look like he's John Cena. It's hilarious. And then of course they brought back Thick Ryu. So it is what it is. Thick Ryu.
Okay. No.
Indeed.
But so the interesting thing, listen, man, they brought it back to the American console, and so they had to bring the American fighter back. It makes sense.
So, are you implying, shout out to Lord Cognito, are you implying that they removed Guile because they knew it was going to be a PlayStation exclusive last time?
Yes, that's exactly
that is hilarious and ridiculous. But hey, no one said no. There's no way to disprove you, so I just let that one slide and let it sit out on the internet. Good luck with that.
Yeah, slow mo.
I doubt that's the case.
Slow mo is on horse tranquilizers, and that's why he can't come into the show. It's okay.
Hey. For the record, I have sent invites out to anyone who so chooses to want to partake. So, if anyone, hey, I see Cybernox is in the house as well. Welcome, sir. Welcome. Any of y'all, if y'all are interested, hey, I'm here for you. Let's do it. Oh, cool. I see. We have somebody has taken me up on my offer. You'll see soon, Everborn. But yes, you did not see this Guile introduction. It's actually pretty cool.
Now, what I did see though, which is super interesting, is the emotes you can kind of do before the fight and kind of make fun of your. See, now that's messed up, right? That's for the people who in the arcade used to be like, I'm so bored with this, I'm going to beat you with Zangief.
Kind of people. It's interesting you say so, Everborn, because I honestly think if you see what this whole game is about with that hub world they got going, I think they're trying to recreate the arcade world, where you could just go challenge people and just like clown them when you beat them. Hence the emotes and all of this.
I just want to point out that Street Fighter 2 used to hurt my feelings as a kid, because you ever read some of those post-battle taunts? I'm like, damn.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And they used to clown you straight to your face.
How bruised you would look with the one eye closed. It was terrible.
It hurt some kids, like for real. Now you laugh about it, but at the beginning, oh yeah, I remember. And of course, that quarter was hard earned. So when they cheese you and they make sure you don't get to go further, you are extra hurt. Extra difficult. Yeah. Now, did you see this? Aliens Dark Descent.
I did not, but this is like a top-down kind of thing, right?
Well, see, this is the thing. And shout out to all the folks in the chat. I see Erodimus in there as well. Now, just like Midnight Suns, which I'm excited to play, let the record show. It's a Marvel game. I'm a Marvel zombie from way back, so if you say it's Marvel, you got Spider-Man in it, I'm there, right?
With the same voice as in the Spider-Man games, huh?
And we'll talk about that too. But just like Midnight Suns, I feel like this game has a bit of false advertising going for itself. It will be good, I'm sure, but it's not showing the way the game is actually played. It's wowing you with CGI trailers. I would say Midnight Suns is far more egregious than this one. I think you do see some gameplay here.
Nobody knows what Midnight Suns is. That's the
thing. I've actually seen gameplay of Midnight Suns, and it's basically XCOM, and then there are cards in front of you. Right? It's a card deck system with XCOM. So basically no real action. It's frozen in time. You make your move. It responds. Frozen in time. You make your move again. Obviously, it's not like the best to show that way. So what do? They wow you with CG trailers. But I feel like those who don't know when I say XCOM, those who don't know what the gameplay moment to moment is like, are being fooled by this game, thinking it's like the next Avengers game because it looks like it from the trailers.
Jesus.
What's going on, Deploy 619? How you doing, brother? Always good to have you in here.
All right.
So yeah, man. Right. So this is another one that got folks excited. Yeah, see, look. Well, you have to ask him. Maybe he'll reply. So check this out. So you see, all of this was more CG, real cool. See, look right there. You see right there, that little bit of it shows you actual gameplay, right? A little bit of gameplay right here. Hold up, let me see if I can find that. But besides that, though, hold on. There you go. As soon as you see those three, look at that.
Right? I see. Doesn't look bad though. I mean,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't look bad at all. But I don't want you to show me this cinematic, close in the face, seeing the sweat on the brow of somebody when we all know that's not the game. That's not the game. And I guess this is more smoke for Midnight Suns than it is for necessarily for Dark Ascent, because Dark Ascent has just a little bit of that. Midnight Suns is all that. It's just all that. The whole game is looking so insanely amazing. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Mr. Slow-Mo Backslap.
Craig.
Welcome, good sir.
What is up? What is up? How you guys doing?
What you're trying to bring the meme back? What's going on, man?
I don't know, man. Look, man. Look. Like as I was saying in the chat, I didn't mean to be explicit, but like you send me the invite. I was handling some business.
It's all good.
And that business, like how you make sure you're clean and everything. You gotta check the see if you get a see if you get an autograph back. Until you don't see. Oh, no, I didn't need help like
Guile.
I didn't need help like Guile. I just wanted to say that, like, what I let out resembled Sonic Frontiers. That's the way it looked, man. Like, it looked
Kick
that
him off
bad.
the show. That's it. We didn't need him here tonight.
He just got here, man. Come on, really?
You asked me to be here. Clearly, this is what you wanted. You wanted me to tell you exactly about how that boring Sonic Frontiers looked.
Listen,
oh my!
That game looks great.
I thought I had never seen an environment more barren. And
I'm not going to say I disagree or agree. I'm not going to say that.
Wait,
but what I will say is,
is that what he just said?
You're not the only person to say this.
I thought I would never see an environment more barren than Breath of the Wild. But here we are with Sonic.
So he's coming at Breath of the Wild.
Oh, so he's going after Breath of the Wild first.
That's what we're.
I can't go there with you, Slow. What I will say though, because that branch you're out on by yourself, my friend.
Double kill.
But what I will say is, you're not the only one to express your displeasure with the visuals of Sonic. Let's just say, if I recall, shout out to Randall Thor 19, friend of the show. He called it quote a Unreal 5 college experiment.
Oh,
a college student experiment.
You know what? It did kind of resemble that, like somebody just learning how to do things. Like,
see, but you know what? Look, Everborn and I were just having this conversation. I honestly think there's a reason for that. It's because he looks like a cartoon in the real world. It's almost like the assets don't fit. He's out of the. He's not part of that world. And I guess supposedly, if you watch the latest IGN first, the boss of the game tries to explain why that is, and maybe there's a reason for that. But he's not really of that world. You know what I mean? Like I wanted them to dirty him up a little bit, make his blue kind of fit in that world. Everborn thinks we should get the ugly Sonic in there instead.
You are expecting way too much from a AAA game, apparently.
Oh my God.
It's a AAA game. Come on,
right? Come on.
Anyway,
you want details, Kay? You want details in the main
Shout
character.
Shout out to Gerald Mack, the man.
Come on.
Good to see you, man.
He wants the Sonic with teeth.
Look, if you're going to make a real world, look, they could have easily, and I said this before, I'll say it again. They could have easily kept the same exact, colorful, cartoony art style that they've been going for all these years, and then put it in the quote-unquote open zone world. They didn't have to make this change in art style for this to work, but they made that exact decision. So if you do that, it makes Sonic stick out like he doesn't belong there. Makes his blue look cartoony and weird in that realistic, almost Unreal 5 looking world. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Doesn't mean the game will be trash. I don't know that. We shall see. Let us move swiftly along.
It looks like digital NyQuil. Digital NyQuil. Like if I wanted to go to sleep, and I suffer from insomnia. So I told Everborn, as I was on vacation, I just got back from vacation. So I was talking to Everborn, throughout the week. He was sending me, trying to indoctrinate me into this Sega thing. He sends me random things, and I'm like, you know what? My son is a Sonic fan. Like he loves the Sonic movies.
There you go. As is my kids are too.
What did I say? I said you raised them well, didn't I?
He plays Sonic on his Chromebook, and he's like, "Hey, Dad, look, I beat Sonic 2. I got all the whatever, the gems or whatever the heck it is." And I was just like, That's great, son. You know, I really, you know, you have to talk your kids up. Do I really?
I appreciate that, son.
No, yeah, that's awesome, son.
That's basically like me talking to my daughter when she says, "Look, Dad, I put a bed in for the villagers in Minecraft." So she like she's on the tablet,
right.
And then she like see a chicken, she has to kill it. I'm like, "Why are you killing chickens?" She's like, "Because they taste good." I'm 5 years old. I'm sorry.
Right. But it's just like, so I showed him Sonic Frontier, and he was just like, "Wow, a new Sonic game." I was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "Can I get that?" I was like, "Yeah, when it comes out, I'll get it for you." So look, I'm gonna end up getting the game, and by their fault,
because you can't deny Sonic.
No, you know, I'm not going to deny Sonic. You know, as he's enjoying the game, I will use it to go to sleep because, like I said, I have insomnia, and so like when I'm trying to get to sleep, and I'm sitting, you know, and I'm just up, and I'm just like, you know what? Let me just pull out my Steam Deck that everyone still doesn't have, right?
Oh my god!
Let me just pull out my Steam Deck.
This is what we're doing.
While I'm in bed,
let's talk about what's really going to happen. You are going to be watching your son play the game, and then use that for ammo against me to try to attack the greatness. I understand it's just research for you.
No,
At the end of the day, though, Slow-Mo has admitted he will be buying a copy, so you still win, man. Calm down.
Yeah, I'm not getting that money. I
thought you were Papa Sega. Aren't you ever born Sega? Come on now.
I really hope
there's not enough Sega stock in my portfolio for me to worry about who's buying the game or not. There is some because I expect that buyout to happen anytime. What were you saying, Slow-Mo? I'm sorry.
I really hope that when Sony acquires or finishes their acquisition of Sega,
cut his mic
that they really like pause the development of this game and interject some quality into it. That's what I'm really hoping for.
Man, so that is great. So for you audio listeners, we have literally forgone watching the Callisto Protocol trailer that we're watching that supposedly is amazing. Also, that they can be slanderous to each other.
This is what they asked me to come here, and I came here to do what I do, which is completely.
I actually came here to check on you, brother, see how you're doing. You know.
I'm sorry. Callisto Protocol.
Oh no, please. This show was off the rails before it started, so you good, bro.
Look. Callisto looks fantastic. As I said, I did DPS last night with Forte, even while I was still on vacation. I am not a Dead Space fan. I don't play these horror games.
I'm not a horror game guy myself. Yeah.
Are you scared of horror games? Is that what it is?
Why does everyone go there? Why can't I just not like? Why can't I not like those?
So let me answer your question directly.
Be scared?
I used to not like Resident Evil because of the cheesy campiness. And then I played Resident Evil 7 in VR, and now I don't like Resident Evil because it scared me to. Well, it's a nighttime show. To effing, it was the scariest thing I had. It was just too much.
I am afraid to play those kind of games in VR. Absolutely, I would say that for certain. I'm not playing them kind of games.
Before I thought it was too campy and cheesy. Now my heart just couldn't take it. And then I heard they're putting Resident Evil Village in VR. I'm like, nope, no, thank you. I will not be doing that.
I don't know if I can handle that one.
7 is worse. 7 is scarier than 8.
But playing it traditionally, I'm not afraid. I just don't like games where, and I know Village is a little different, and I did enjoy Resident Evil 3. I don't like games where they give you like a pistol with 2 rounds, a shotgun with like no ammo, and a pocket knife. And expect
making
you
feel helpless or something.
Yeah. Or like games like Outlast, where all they give you is a camera. It's like literally like, no, you're gonna die, fool. So like basically, you just got right. I don't like games like that. Give me the option.
It's literally like jump scare the game. Like they're literally trying to they're trying to get over on you just based off of your inability to
scarcity. It's like resource scarcity, right?
Yes.
Like
resource scarcity.
That's the whole model of the game. It's not necessarily that. Yeah.
Which for me is like, I know that Dead Space and Callisto Protocol are exactly like that, right? But it's still around that same theme, and I just don't care. I will watch someone else play it. You know, no problem. Hey, have fun. I'll be enjoying the stream and get my popcorn.
He's gonna watch it on YouTube and say he played it because that's
oh no, hey, but you know, but that makes you a gamer too. You know, apparently.
Yes, sir. Indeed, it does. Yes, because you watch games. Yes. If it's a Telltale game, I mean, really, what do you do? We will move on.
Hey.
Don't need to trigger anybody. It's fine. It's fine. Now, does anybody on this panel care about the Call of Duty Modern Warfare review?
Not really.
Okay, I cannot just say something, right?
Please.
I know a lot of people consider me an Xbox guy.
Okay.
Really?
So hold on.
I never got that indication.
Yeah,
which is fine.
Still, though, every chance he gets, he's trying to make every Xbox game multiplat. So, how much of an Xbox guy is he?
Oh my god!
I'm just saying.
Killer.
Let's keep it moving.
Be multiplat. But anyway, the point that I was going to make is, just as a Halo fan, I always felt like this is when Halo was the biggest first-person shooter, and I always felt like Call of Duty was encroaching on Halo's top spot. And so I never really got into Call of Duty like that. There are some that, the big ones that you play, but I don't care about Call of Duty, and I can't pretend to care about it now just because Microsoft's buying them.
Yep.
I just don't care.
I believe it or not, I'm one of the rare few who play only the campaign, and I wish that they would separate the campaign from the multiplayer and make the campaign cheaper. That's what I want, because I will only play the campaign anyway. So I'm not a Twitch multiplayer guy.
I was told that PC guys wouldn't tolerate this $70 for games thing. Are PC guys going to buy Modern Warfare 2 for $70?
Who knows?
Okay, so this is when I say this, I want you to understand exactly what I mean. They're not going to buy it, but they will be playing it.
Oh. Okay.
In other words, Jack Sparrow in full effect. Let's just keep moving there. But you see, you have to understand something, right? Here's a quick example, right? Here is my Steam Deck, right?
That's beautiful.
I wanted to play. Stop it.
Boo.
Boo. He just mad because he didn't get one yet. I wanted to play Assassin's Creed Origins on this, right? But my copy was given to me by Ubisoft because I did some testing work for them and they gave me a free copy of the game. So I didn't want to go buy another copy on Steam, right? So what did I do? I said, okay, how do I get the Ubisoft Connect app on this thing? Long story short, installed the Ubisoft Connect app, a Windows app on this Linux device, and then use this Windows app to install this Windows game also on this Linux device, and it plays 60 frames per second smooth. I say this to say, where there's a will in the PC world, there's a way. And because of that, you got to respect them or they will make sure you don't make any money. That's the problem with PC Market.
Or they can even go the legal route of just going to Green Man Gaming and getting it for like $10 off.
I am not flexing there, Cybernox. Calm yourself.
But I mean, look, like I've seen people say, "Oh, Forspoken is going to be $70 on PC." What are the PC guys going to do? They're going to do what they did with Final Fantasy VII Remake, because Epic Game Store isn't dumb like Square Enix. The same day Final Fantasy VII Remake came out, all of a sudden, store wide $10 coupon out of nowhere. Really?
Yep.
Where's this to? Why'd you give
because if Square Enix is foolish, the vendors that sell the games are not, and they know where their bread is buttered. So if they see you pricing yourself out, they'll go, you know what? We still want to make some sales. So maybe we'll entice them to come.
$60 is better than $0 because they wouldn't pirated the game instead of buying the gear. Therefore, we'll give you guys the $10 coupon. Go ahead and buy the game. Which is exactly
we're not talking. Okay, so Gerald Mack is accusing us of PCMR talk. No, we are not talking PCMR. What we're talking about is cheapskate talk. That's what this is. This is cheapskate talk.
This is superior hardware talk, Gerard Mack. Don't get mad at us because our hardware is better than yours. Don't get mad at us. We got options, and your only option is standard or deluxe.
The views of Slow My Backslap do not represent the Gaming Circle podcast as a whole.
You see, he comes here. You know what? I need somebody who understands Sonic to come here for backup.
Hey man, invites out. I don't know. John Wolf, you want to come in here and defend Everborn's honor? You are more than welcome to do so, sir.
My honor.
I will send you the invite.
I'm just saying, the Sonic slander we will not stand for.
We will not. Well, hey. look, the game will come out and the game will
Sonic
be
slandered itself. Sonic has slandered itself for the past
day. The game looks great. You just don't know what you're talking about, and you cannot admit
the game will come out and the game will be great because you know what? A broken clock is right at least twice a day.
And we're just about at the 10-year threshold for a good.
There you go. So the clock is right about 11:45. So
it's a leap year. So it fell in a leap year. So it's going to be a good game. Great.
So okay, let us get back on topic real quick before we blow our hour here. We're already at like less than 20 minutes. So flashback 2. Did you see? Do you care? Yeah, we're only gonna be on for an hour.
Okay.
We're gonna be about done by
now. I feel bad about coming in here and slandering Sonic for so much.
Oh no, don't worry.
Completely distracting.
This is why you here, bro. Don't worry about it.
So you brought him in for the Sonic slander.
I brought him here for slander of all kinds, whether it be Sonic or what have you. It's fine. I brought him here for slander, as is why you are an intrinsic part of this team up, my friend.
Can we talk about how he's about to lose that bet with Forte?
How? Were you paying attention
Did
today?
I see Mr. You-Know-Who come in and play damage control?
Yeah, but you know what? I will be honest. Yeah, Everborn has a point, though. Because Because I hear what you're saying.
You see how offended he is that I have
let us hold on.
Everborn has a point. Wait, what is wrong with the world?
Ridiculous. Let's put this in terms, just so you see where I'm coming from here, right? The statement was made, right, and then Captain Save Sony came up. But what did he say at the end?
Captain Save Sony.
That's who he is.
He hedged his bet and literally put it right back to before he wrote that article.
Hold on. Was he that when he was calling out the crunch at Naughty Dog? Was he that when he was talking about how Sony silenced that unnamed team?
Let's be clear.
Just wanted to make their own games.
He's a great, in my humble opinion, he's a great reporter.
Keep doing what we want you to do. And then was he also a Sony shill when he was calling out how they treated Sony Ben?
He's a great reporter. I deny that not. Not so great a human, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm not speaking.
I agree with that. He's a dickhead. I'll freely say that. So, I don't care if they get back. So
what was the purpose of this article other than damage control?
Yeah. Because at the beginning he was definitive, and then at the end he was like, "Well, things change all the time."
Only in response to a rumor.
Okay, no, wait, hold on. I had heard.
I've never seen him.
I'm not saying I got sources. I'm not saying I got sources like that, right? I don't. But I know people who got sources. Okay. And them people told me before it even came out with this whole talk that it was going to be delayed to 2023, the day before, like literally that morning, they told me, yeah, it's gonna get a slight delay. They initially told me August for God of War Ragnarok, August or early September. They said it's got a slight delay. It's going to be October at the latest.
But still in the calendar year 2022.
Right, but still in the calendar year. I said, all right, bet. Later on, then I see all this stuff coming out about 2023. All we knew what it was. Yeah. It's the general exaggeration overstated yet. So when delay,
and
they go,
2023. Obviously.
Right.
Obviously, that's to be understood. Yeah, there's no way people take one thing and they run with it and they go crazy. Of course, that makes sense, right? I completely get that. But still, we're keeping our criticism to a very specific point here. Okay, the article came out. Basically, at the beginning, it was like nothing to worry here,
and so
right? Well, no, stop slandering, boy. It was basically nothing to worry here, and then at the end, what does he go? Like, it's literally 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Like, why did you even write this thing? If you're going to say, nope, nothing to worry, it's going to come out, everything's great, and then at the end, well, things change all the time, but I can tell you that from today, we hopefully, like,
all he is saying
if you're here to save us, save us. If you're not here to save us, then don't say anything at all.
All I'm saying is that clearly Jason's sources are the same sources as this other sources, right?
Sources
to me. Yeah. And clearly, like, yes, things can change, but as far as they know, it's still 2022. It's just got a slight delay.
Well, you know what? This is one of those rare occasions where myself and Mr. Everborn Saga are aligned in our criticisms. I think that was unnecessary.
Being wrong. I'm fine with it.
Unnecessary. It was unnecessary.
I will remind
Have
you
y'all
guys
seen Routine? How much do you love the Routine trailer? Go.
Looks great. It looks like they're using that like Stalker 2 RE engine kind of photogrammetry, because the textures work is really amazing.
So, is this the one that is like a mix of Dark Souls and Doom?
Dark Souls and Doom?
No.
Tell me more about that.
There was another first person shooter. It was way too many space games. Like they all started to blend together. Games. But like it's a space game that I saw that I looked pretty cool.
I don't mean to cut you off. Speaking of these space games, how come we can get all these sci-fi horror games but not one sci-fi horror movie? When was the last time we had a sci-fi horror movie?
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while. It's been a minute. Yeah.
I want another Event Horizon.
Yes, indeed.
The best sci-fi horror movie ever made.
Yeah.
Sunshine.
We could get Kay to play Lawrence Fishburne's role. Since he's in the Halo TV show, might as well.
Exactly. You got to do some acting in a show or a movie that has a production value better than.
See, there he goes. You open the door to Halo slander. Stop
public access.
Do you know that when I first saw this weapon, I thought this might be Starfield, because the weapon looks similar to the Starfield weapon.
Starfield's not going to be
the Starfield weapon looks more like a rifle, whereas this one looks like a handgun, but it's the same kind of design, same kind of style.
How come all these timed exclusives to Xbox or exclusive to Xbox games always gotta be like Scorn, Routine? It's horror-ish,
because they're no. It's I think it's the
medium.
They're right. And they only last about 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months, yeah.
You get like 2 weeks of a timed exclusive on Xbox. Yep. But I think the money that it would cost to secure these bigger games, they would rather, if you're not going to let them pay you a boatload of money to put it in Game Pass, they don't want it.
Yeah.
And
for games like Tunic, I don't think they even wanted to keep it for that long. They just kind of wanted to have that shine and then give it up.
I mean, when you think about it, I think it works. It works really well for I think everybody involved. Like, let's take the fan kind of stuff out of it. I'm not saying fanboy. Let's just take the fan kind of war stuff.
Wow! And real quick before you continue, I didn't see this at Xbox One. It says Xbox One, so it's a cross-gen game. Wow, interesting. Continue.
But when you think about it from the developer's perspective, they get the money for Game Pass.
Yep.
It basically, hopefully covers most of their development costs. So they've basically taken away that risk. They can get Steam sales on day one, and after 3 months, they can go for the big spenders on the Sony platform, because they like paying for stuff. And they can make up the money there. So I think everybody wins, right? You're not locked into the platform for too long. If I'm a dev, I'm taking that deal, right? I'm not like saying I'm stuck on only one, so I can't realize the full potential of the game. But for 3 months, that's a great trade-off.
No, you are right. Obviously, some folks like are hoping for more, but it is what it is. It's enough.
Why do you need more? Got it in Game Pass. It was an exclusive. The exclusive.
Yeah, and truth be told, just because, like in the example of Tunic, for example, just because it's outside, it's no longer exclusive, doesn't mean it's out of Game Pass. You can still play that on Game Pass today.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, what does it matter if if the Sony guys can't have it, right? You got it.
Exactly.
You got it first. It was in the subscription you paid for. If it comes to the other platform 3 months later, and I'm not saying this to say exclusives don't matter, but if you're like a hardcore fan, the only exclusives you should care about are the first parties.
So,
right?
okay.
Who cares about this?
You know what?
It is interesting whether a third-party game goes to another.
I would say the Final Fantasy fans that are on the Xbox.
Oh no, that's different. That's different.
That's a whole different situation.
How different is? I mean,
let me hold on.
On the surface, it looks like the same kind of deal, except that Square Enix still mums the word on when it's finally showing up on Xbox.
But this is what I'm saying, right? I'm saying like
there's a lot of assumptions in between that, though.
I'm speaking to the people that are upset that Microsoft tends to do shorter exclusive windows with IPs they don't own, right? And I'm saying that's good for everybody. them doing that. We can talk about the competition, but who cares?
Yeah, sure.
Right. And if you do care about the competition, the exclusivity you should be worried about is when the hell is Microsoft going to put out their own first party games? Right. It's been 6 months. So that's what you should worry about. Not the Tunics, not the Stalker 2s, not any of those things where they are. We want to see first party.
I agree. The only people who are probably upset about a 3-month exclusive deal is Xbox, is console warriors who want to brag, and Xbox themselves, because they probably know that if someone is thinking about getting on a different platform, a 3-month delay could be just short enough that someone would say, man, I'll still just go ahead and get it on PlayStation, or I'll still just go ahead and get it on Nintendo Switch if it's the kind of game that's going to end up on Switch or whatever, right? Instead of just getting it on Xbox through Game Pass or however they have it done. Because if it was a year exclusive, like say Rise of the Tomb Raider or like some of these other games,
there have been year exclusives before. They have had some of those. Well,
that's how I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake. I heard it was a year. On the 1 year anniversary, I was like, it ain't. I don't see no announcement. I'm buying it on the PlayStation.
Right.
So okay, gentlemen, we have a short amount of time, but I want to talk about this real quick. Project Moorcroft. Does anybody know about this?
The demos.
Yeah, the demos.
They are not demos. What are they? Not demos.
Then why is it titled early game demos?
No. Let me be clear here. A demo is a piece of a completed game. A vertical slice is a piece of unfinished game. That's different. What you get at E3 is a vertical slice, not a demo, because the game ain't out there yet. You can't just play it yet. You can only play this piece, which is the vertical slice. It's a difference, right? Because the demo can be easier to pull off because the full complete game is already done. Whereas the vertical slice requires time be taken just to make that while the game is still incomplete. There's a difference. Do you disagree, Slow-Mo?
Yes and no. This is why I'm going to say no, right? Okay, so Tales of Arise came out last year.
Yes.
Great RPG, loved it. Probably the best Tales game
I actually bought it 2 days ago. I hadn't played it yet. I chose the other one.
You will love Scarlet. I think Scarlet Nexus.
I love Scarlet Nexus, so now I'm playing Tales of Arise. Yeah,
I think Scarlet Nexus is slightly better, but you'll still enjoy this. Okay, so Tales of Arise, it was on my list of games to play. What sold me was the demo. Okay, so the demo came out like a month before the game did.
Okay,
the demo takes place probably in a region that you probably won't get to until you're like 30 hours into the game.
I was into the game. Yep. Okay.
It has 2 missions in it. Neither of them are in the game.
So it's basically the vertical slice that they cleaned up and made their demo.
But they still called it a demo.
Well, but here's the difference though. Here's the difference. If a vertical slice has a bunch of bugs, you don't complain. But a demo never does.
This one didn't have any
demo
bugs.
Have you ever played that has terrible bugs? I've never played a demo that has bugs. Whereas vertical slices, and I played, and I do a lot of beta testing and stuff like that. I play vertical slices that have bugs all the time, and you have to forgo that because it's a vertical slice. That's why I'm like, there's a difference.
Yeah, that's it. I didn't see any bugs, or I didn't experience any bugs in this Tales of Arise demo.
Yeah,
it's probably still available now if you wanted to check it out.
They probably cleaned it up later and made it their proper demo rather than making a demo. They already had this vertical slice, so they cleaned it up, even though it may not have any bearing on the actual full game. Right, cleaned it up nice enough to where it won't mess anything else up. Right, which let's be clear, vertical slices can become demos, right? But the difference is the game complete, and is this an offshoot of that? Or is this game incomplete and they had to take some resources to the side and create just a small experience of what it will be? That's the difference between demo and vertical slice. Right?
That's fine, now, but I mean, like in the context of what we're talking about, does it matter?
Sure.
Really, Kay?
Yeah, it does. Do you know why I'm saying it matters? Because a vertical slice takes manpower away from what you're building, which is not complete yet, but it's necessary sometimes, right?
But didn't they say in this article that's what they're going to be doing? Like developers are going to have to take time away to work on
paying them. This is the key of it. They know it's a vertical slice. They know it takes time and resources away from you while you're trying to finish your project, and it may add added cost or added delay. So what they're doing, they're first off giving you a choice. You don't have to, and if you do it, you'll be compensated for that demo as if it's its own thing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of don't feel so. I don't feel like it's egregious or anything like that. When it's mandated, and I'm not saying that the PlayStation thing is bad, because ultimately that also doesn't put any too much risk on the developer themselves. They're doing it like in store. I think they're using like a timing system or something.
Yeah,
like that,
they're
right?
using, it's all Sony staff people that are doing it. It's essentially you start the game, the timer starts. You got 2 hours, and whatever you do in those
EA
2
Play
hours,
kind of style.
Yeah. So like the developers don't have to do anything. Although I do think that
salute to Double Barrel Gaming Zone.
What's up, Boom? What's up, Boom?
Mr. Boomstick. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
I do think developers would have a issue with the way Sony is doing it. Here's why. So you have a time trial, right? Now, someone, let's say here's someone who's kind of on the fence with a game. They kind of someone interested in it, but they don't know how they feel about it. I do believe developers and publishers definitely count on the sales of people who don't like their game, who think they may be interested in your game, and then they play it and realize it's not for them. There's a ton of people who play Elden Ring.
The minute it touches your hard drive, like PlayStation's policy, oops, it touched your hard drive, no returns.
No return for you, sir.
There's a little bit percentage of the percentage that they count on of that.
Right, and that's going to get eliminated with these people who are doing these time trials and then realize the game's not for them, and they're not going to buy the game. Think about how many people play Elden Ring. Bought Elden Ring, most successful From Software game ever, and
see, actually, that game is still good. It's a good point there.
It's a little bit more accessible, but it's not that much more accessible. People still get.
Imagine if they gave you like a 3-4 hour trial of Elden Ring. That game would have like been tossed aside by most because the first few hours are not great.
No, not at all. And like you walk out into the sun for the first time. You see, you talk to some dude in a mask who
you get beat up, and then like end of the game.
You get no bitches, maidenless. Like that's the first he disrespecting you first, right? And then the very first enemy you see is a guy you got no business being anywhere near or
that's
around.
Right. Yep.
Like, there's gonna be a bunch of people who have been like, that first 2 hours, I tried it. It ain't for me. It ain't for me. I'm out. And that would have cut into significantly, Bandai Namco and From Software sales. So I think that is something that I think developers, we always got to look at it from two sides: the developer side of things and the consumer side of things. The developers upset.
Good to see you here, man.
This is great. That's great for consumers. That time trial thing is great for consumers. For developers, though, that's not so great. But if for a lot of them, they're probably like, well, it's also that's within that PlayStation Plus ecosystem. So if you don't have the premium, then you're not going to be one of those guys that's testing the game out and realizing that it ain't for me and not buying.
Do you know? Slow, real quick. Do you know the limit of that time trial by any chance, or is it like a game by game basis?
It's supposed to be any game that the wholesale cost is like more than like $32 or something like that.
Okay.
So it's not like some of these indie games that's like three hours long themselves. Like that's like
because some of them are 3-4 hours, man. Like what's that game where all you do is walk to the right and play guitar? Like I forget. I love that game, but that was like 3 hours long. That was it. Like
so like
you could play the whole game with that.
Those kind of games are usually like 10, 15, 20 bucks. Like at the most $30 you may get out. And those, like, I think they made it $32 wholesale on purpose, just so that
you make sure to fit yourself underneath that threshold if you don't want to deal with it.
Right. So this is mostly like AAA games for big third party, titles, stuff like that.
So let me ask you this. Do you think there is righteous smoke to be levied at any of them for this whole demos behind the paywall thing? Because I hear people talking about it.
No. I just like to see the salt and the people backtracking, like on both sides. The people who fought for it on one side or against it when it was PlayStation, putting this kind of stuff behind the paywall, and now the people who are doing the exact opposite. Now there's Game Pass. I just find that funny.
Well,
personally, I don't care.
Can I add something?
Go ahead, please. Yeah.
So my issue with on the play, and we discussed this. This is recorded, and someone can correct me if I'm wrong here. On the PlayStation Plus side of things, they're basically telling the devs, it's kind of like this blanket rule. Hey, if your game costs this much, you have to allow this 2 to 3 hour demo.
Basically,
right?
Yep.
Whether you want it or not.
Time trial, not demo.
Time trial.
Yeah.
Sure. Right? And but again, if you're like Elden Ring, your onboard time is probably a lot longer than 3 hours to get people hooked. Right? Yep. So that, like you said, could push people away. But again, you're forcing them to add these time trials.
Well, no, they're not adding the time trials. They're not adding. The developers aren't adding. They're at the store level or at the platform level instituting that.
That's fine. But the point is, they can't opt out of it.
They can't opt out. If you want your game in the service, this is one of the pieces of the puzzle. Yeah.
Your game in the service or your game on the PlayStation
No, your
store?
game on the platform. I think it's got to be
on the platform.
So this is what I'm saying. Your game is on the platform. Now you have to allow.
Shout out to Drawn TJ for joining us.
What's happening? What's happening? Now you have to allow them to build up their service, right? To me, that is an altogether different thing than what's happening with Moorcroft, which is a super weird name.
Oh, bro, let's take a quick moment to talk about what Randall Thor called it.
I'm not going to say it. Anyway, but anyway.
I missed that. I kind of...
You didn't get it? He called it Moorcock.
But this
wrong with Rand.
That is
he said he named it after. It reminded him of an author. He
sure.
He loves it.
Sure, Rand. That's what you want to tell us.
No.
Anyway, continue.
That's entirely different from saying this is opt-in and it's mostly for indie devs who want to
see. And it's not only opt-in; it's opt-in, and we pay you for it if you choose to take it. Come on now, you're an indie dev 1-2-man studio. They'll give you extra cash. Why not?
Those are two very different things.
Exactly.
And we can conflate them for the sake of it.
It's only different for the side, the publisher or developer. For the consumer, for us, it's no different whatsoever. You subscribe.
Well, it is different.
Hold on. You subscribe to it.
Momo, you don't support the devs?
Oh, no, but hold on. See, I could be wrong. Please, again, correct me if I'm wrong. Stop with this random question. I could be wrong, but what they're talking about here with Moorcroft, stop it. What they're talking about with Moorcroft is sharing demos, and I call them demos lightly, of games that aren't out yet. Like almost like the E3 stuff that people are playing behind closed doors now.
You gotta call them vertical slices.
Vertical slices, exactly. No, but that's exactly the point. Because they are different, right? This is not that Tales of Arise demo that you got. It could become the Tales of Arise demo that you got, because eventually they can take that vertical slice, clean it up, and make a demo for them. But most vertical slices aren't great. They give you an idea, but there's like don't go too far to the left, don't go too far to the right, because then everything falls apart. That's what a vertical slice is, right? So I guess I will understand it better once I see what they're doing. Like if I see the game start up and it's like what do you call it? They have the different tier inside the Xbox that lets you play games before they're ready while they're developing them. If it's something like that always starts up the game with a splash screen saying, "Hey, this game is full of bugs because it's still in active development." Mm-hmm. That's a different thing than the normal Tales of Arise or all these other demos that we're playing.
We get into the minutia of things this is all I'm saying, right?
Okay.
Us as consumers, and of course, I can agree with you guys on the publisher developer side of things. I even brought up how I could see a publisher or developer not like what PlayStation is doing, based upon like, hey, we're going to miss out on some sales because some people are going to actually try something that they wouldn't would have paid for before. But I'm talking about from the consumer side of things. From the consumer side of things, we're subscribing to a service, and we get to try out a game whether it's a
yes.
vertical slice
yes.
or whether it's a time trial, before actually having to spend money on it.
Sure.
Or actually,
and on that, we can agree, because there was a time where folks were sending demo discs out. There was a time where they were active, even though we were young and dumb and didn't know that they were charged really heavily for those vertical slices, and it was not part of the game development process, but a whole separate thing. But at that time, we were just, hey, free discs, demos, right? Makes sense. I do agree with you that at the end of the day, we still shed that same tear, whether it's PlayStation or Xbox, at the fact that a demo, for all intents and purposes, is behind some kind of a paywall.
Right.
I will agree with you on that.
It's just that's all I'm looking at from the sense of.
And I agree with you. And then we will stand on our PCMR stance and go, hey, you can always just play it on Steam.
Right.
Let's move on, shall we?
Free
because
demo,
you know damn well when they fund these demos, those demos are going to come on Steam as well.
Yeah,
that's what's going to happen.
Although you know what's wild?
Subscribers are subsidizing the Steam demo.
Yes, that's what's going to happen, because most indies are going to do that and then put the game on Steam. That's what they're going to do.
And then the people on PC were going to steal it anyway.
But no, unless it's Bandai Namco, because Bandai Namco did not put the Scarlet Nexus or Tales of Arise demos on PC. They refused to do that. I was like, I gotta actually
very odd.
Use my inferior hardware in order to test this out. That's crazy.
Stop it. And speaking of demos, if you haven't checked it out, since we are in the hype train situation, as it were, Metal Hellsinger. If you haven't tried it out, it is. Let's see the best way to describe it. If anyone has played old Switch games. Well, they're not old, but they're older now, and I'm vamping while I find the names of these games here. It's basically Cadence of Hyrule. I don't know if you've heard that game before. It's basically you're walking through the world to a beat, and you're killing things to a beat. And the same developer made Crypt of the Necrodancer. Like, he did such a good job in that. The whole thing is like a dungeons and whatnot, but like there's a beat going, and you have to kill to the sound of the beat in order for it to get a multiplier. It's a really interesting idea. And then Nintendo saw it, liked it so much that they gave them the Zelda IP, and they made Cadence of Hyrule. Now somebody's taken that idea, added metal, and put the visuals. The visuals look like Doom 2018. The systems play like Doom Eternal, and the whole music thing is metal. It's very interesting. I've been playing it on Steam. Actually, it's everywhere. You can play it on PlayStation. You can play it on Xbox. The demo, that is, and you can check it out. I really think you should check it out. If you're musically inclined in any way, this thing is pretty interesting. It's something you don't normally see every day in the game genre. It's its own thing that's slowly becoming a thing. So it's kind of cool. I don't know. Slow, have you seen the trailer for this thing?
I have not. Yeah, that sounds interesting though. I might check that out.
It is quite cool. It like you see, I have Sonic on the screen, so I will. As we're here just chatting.
As you should.
So, why am I touching myself? He said. So this is what it looks like, and obviously you won't hear the music. But in this game, the music is far more important than it ever has been. And I'll be honest in saying, and I'm a musician at heart, so I'll be honest in saying I don't know all the artists. I know that the front man to System of a Down is also part of this, and all the music is royalty free, so you can actually like stream it. And it won't.
That's very important. For games that incorporate music and sound as especially when it's licensed stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy. I really like how what was it, Eidos Montreal had a streamer mode where although
mode to turn that stuff off.
Although the music selection became extremely limited at that point. It was good to see that you could still like enjoy the game without actually having. They actually had some like original music that was like 80s
this one
centric.
They took it even a step further, because it's not even like it's licensed. It is original sounds created for this game from very, very popular artists. Cool. And it's all allowed to be streamed and allowed to be heard. And there's never gonna be a time where you hear, oh well, this thing has to be delisted because the rights ran out or something.
Right.
It was all the games is made specifically for this, so it's pretty cool.
Like the fact that we're talking about this really brought up something that I saw this morning as I was preparing to come back from the lake house to come back to civilization and whatnot from my vacation. The Quarry.
Lake house.
Yeah,
light flexing up in here. It's all right. Go ahead.
I had to get away for a little while, man.
The Quarry trailer is the wrong thing to watch while you're away at a lake house.
True. I think I might stream that tomorrow, by the way. But the
Quarry, that looks like a fun time.
I saw something that said
continue, and I just don't want to forget this. Me and Kay Asante are planning Shredder's Revenge playthrough, and I'm just letting everybody know I have dibs on Michelangelo.
And Leonardo. No, you can't have Leon. Okay, fine.
That's your business. That's your business.
Leonardo, Michelangelo already chosen. Boom already got Raphael. John Wolf already got. Boom has.
Slow-mo's gonna be stuck with April.
I was about to say, well, what am I stuck with April now?
Hey man, nobody chose Splinter. You know, Casey Jones is ill out here in these streets. What?
Okay, I thought you were going to say that Casey was taking too. I'll take Casey Jones.
No, come on now. You know we're going to do that 6-player co-op. That's going to be amazing. I can't wait for that game.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that game.
Definitely got to do that, man. But no. Yes. So the music thing, right?
Money says he got
the music thing.
The Quarry has a streamer mode because it takes place. I can't remember what time period it is, but the music is very
80s, 90s.
Yeah, it's whatever time frames centric. For whatever that time period is. They got a lot of popular music at that time. So if you're streaming, especially if you're streaming on YouTube, you know how it is on YouTube. Before you even finish the stream, you got all your copyright claims in your YouTube studio. Just waiting for you. It's a little less stringent on Twitch.
Will send guys outside your door.
But apparently the streamer mode is getting copyright claimed as well.
Wow, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So now, even Supermassive had to come out and say, "Hey, look, in the meantime, until we get this fixed, just if you're going to stream it, just turn the music off."
Oh, that's just terrible.
That's terrible.
That's absolutely terrible for a game like Metal Hellsinger. That's like, just don't play our game.
Yeah,
that's all they have. Yeah, what's going on? So see what we're looking at here, real quick.
You
see this trailer that I'm showing you.
Actual clip of this gameplay.
Yeah,
like the real game.
After this trailer's done, I will ask you what this game is like, and you will be forgiven if you think that it's the Avengers. You'd be forgiven because it looks like the next version or Avengers-like, where you're controlling these characters full force. So it seems. And then, bam, Spider-Man. And you know what? Let's have a quick chat about that Spider-Man, Everborn. You brought that up earlier. Why are people making a big deal out of this? They actually contacted the developer and were like, hey, did you have any issues bringing Spider-Man? And he said no. Like, has nobody heard that Fortnite has Spider-Man? Had it for many months now. Mm-hmm. And it's a better version than the one in the Avengers.
Isn't this Spider-Man voiced by the same actor from the Insomniac games?
But he's not owned by Sony. He has his own job.
Like, Sony owns him.
Like they don't own his blood. Like, what's going on?
We'll just let him out of the cage every time they're
ring, ring, ring. Hello. Yes, Sony. We heard you out here voice acting Peter Parker for a game that's other than ours. Have you lost your mind?
Like,
watch out.
We coming out for
you. Wait, what? We're coming for you. No, look. I think Sony picks and chooses when they want to jump on that and make something exclusive. And for Marvel's Avengers, which they thought was going to be a massive game, everyone thought that, except for apparently us, because we didn't like it. But they said no, we're gonna make sure Spider-Man is only going to be on this platform. But they know what this is.
One quick emergency interruption. Because we have two moviegoers in the audience, in our panel. So y'all will appreciate this. Breaking news, Spider-Man No Way Home extended cut coming to theaters September 2nd.
No.
I'm good, though.
One goes no.
No, interesting. No, I think I'm still good.
They're not.
And that was your on the real minute. Continue.
They are trying to make it hit $2 billion.
Yeah, they're trying. What they do.
Of course.
And Sony is trying to milk us out of every dollar.
Then they go, "Oh, see this hidden character you didn't know was there the whole time." They'll just add some. What are you gonna introduce another extended character?
I'll wait till it comes to Disney Plus.
I see there's Forte's highlight of the show right there.
Oh, Cuphead.
No,
really?
Not Which Cuphead.
One? Okay.
Which one?
No. Scroll back down. It's not the game.
It's the presenter.
Yeah, it's definitely the developer that they brought.
Yes. You mean the wife of the two developers? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shame on Forte. How dare he?
Yeah, she's both the executive producer and studio director. She drew all of those characters. Anyway.
Wow.
But
she's very talented.
Yeah, she's very talented. I've seen a documentary with them. She's literally pregnant and drawing the characters. Crazy.
What?
Anyway.
I do want to say, right? Mm-hmm. Like, those are goals, right? The idea that a small developer can get this much exposure.
A dude and his brother went, you know what? We're making this game, and they sold all their stuff. Both of them brought their houses together. She is married to one of the brothers. They all literally came together and said, "We're making this," and they learned to code to make it. That everything they did, they learned.
And they said, "We're going to make the most difficult game ever created,
ever made in man," because they used to play like shoot 'em ups and whatnot.
And it's just for them, right? It's just for them, right?
Actually, it's 3 of them, and then they added a 4th.
I do want to point out they also got a Netflix show behind this thing.
Yes, they do, and it's awesome. Have you seen the show?
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Awesome. The best compliment I can give them is it's Ren and Stimpy for a new age. It is awesome.
No, really and truly, that is
following them dreams.
The goal for the Everborn saga. It is to do exactly what they did.
Yeah.
So
they're out there. They're doing it. They're really doing it. And it's really, really great.
It's doable. So
scroll back up real quick. Scroll back up real quick.
Oh, my bad.
Zoneless, Zone Zero. Man, that name is going to destroy people.
No.
Zenless Zone Zero.
Why are you saying no, man?
I've already turned off by the name. I'm not asking for that in a store.
Okay, well, you don't need to because it's digital, so you won't have to ask it.
I'm not typing it in. Listen, we are past our 10 o'clock cutoff.
We are. We are past our 10 o'clock deadline.
All I'm saying is that's being made by the dev that did Genshin Impact.
It looks like it.
Yeah,
it does.
The combat looks even better than Genshin.
Is it mobile also, or is it like?
I mean, it might be. Look at the graphics.
Well, look,
what does that mean? The graphics on Genshin are great. It's better than anything on
Switch. But it's not about whether it's great or not. It's scalable. Genshin is very scalable, and this looks that way too.
Yeah, very true.
But it
looks really cool. Yeah, they were working on this for a while.
So is it mobile? This is what I'm asking.
I think it is for everything.
No,
they were initially a mobile developer before they got onto consoles and PC.
Yeah, I'm asking for my 12-year-old because she's not going to play it if it's on console. If it's on mobile,
it's probably definitely knowing.
It's probably on mobile. Yeah, look it up. It's probably
their name Mihoyo. Knowing them is probably going to be mobile as well. Yeah.
Let's see what it says at the end of this thing. If everybody here, if it shows anything about it. It should say, the platforms and whatnot, right?
Yeah, it should. I did work. Should. It might not. No,
nope, it did not. It did not.
It's coming out for the Game Boy.
You're gonna have to remember that name, Zenless Zone Zero, Triple Z.
Yes. All right, so I'm Michelangelo. We went through that already. Let's keep going.
I'm just gonna, and we're rounding the bottom of the show.
I gotta be a turtle, man. I need to talk to Boom. Boom. I feel like
we're rounding the bottom of this.
Boom likes a KC. Likes KC, right?
KC.
I gotta be a turtle, man.
Don't hate on Casey Jones, man. He was out here.
He was like a foot soldier.
Wow. Why gotta be like this?
Hey, if it isn't the man, Marshano Loon, welcome, sir. Welcome. We're actually almost at the end of the show, but thank you for jumping in. We just decided to do it on a Friday night. Why not? So here you go. You telling me you don't want to be Casey Jones? Come on now.
I want to be a turtle.
This developer put so much love into this, man. I cannot wait to see all the Easter eggs because this guy, whoever these guys are, they literally like this franchise more than me, and that's hard to do. They have it all together, like all of it. They spent a lot of time watching this damn TV show.
So much like Turtles in Time vibes.
Yes,
I love it.
That's what they channeled. Yeah, Turtles in Time, both the Nintendo and the Sega version, because there were difference. Right?
Yeah.
They were both called Turtles in Time, but the Nintendo one had different levels than the Sega one.
Yeah, the Super Nintendo one is the definitive. But,
yes, that's the one I played.
Right. And there are some things Genesis did win, but it was not Turtles in Time. They won Aladdin and they won Mortal Kombat.
They definitely won Aladdin.
I actually like the music on the Sega version better than the one on Nintendo, but that's
off the rails. Where are we going? All right.
Well, there you go. So this is what's coming out. We're excited for this one. There's still so much more to discuss, but we're not going to be able to get to all of it tonight because we have a hard out and we have actually already broken that. Everborn, are you good to stay for another 15 more minutes, or are we breaking out?
Let's talk about The Last of Us and see where it goes.
Okay. Let's end this with The Last of Us.
I want it slow-mo to start.
Okay.
So do you have The
Last of Us though? Because I do want to talk about quick predictions for the show.
Okay, no worries, brother. Quick synopsis. Last of Us, it leaked beforehand, right? We saw it leak a day or two before. It was a day, I think.
By the only PlayStation insider there is.
Yeah, we're burying the lead. We actually have a PlayStation insider. He's called Snitch. He's on Twitter, and he is accurate like all the time. Dude literally called the entire show, but nobody saw it because he didn't have enough followers at the time. And then when the show happened, they were like, "Yo, this dude called all of it." Like literally,
he had it in order. He had it in order. I was like,
yes.
all right, this guy had the itinerary. Like,
he had it. He had it in his back pocket. Nobody was listening because Twitter is one of those places. But now we're listening for sure.
I will put his handle in the chat for you because it's insider _ WTF, something like that.
Yeah,
like
and basically, insider _ WTF, and he's called the Snitch. And his latest prognostication, day one. What are we talking about? In Game Pass. What game are we talking about?
Silksong.
I am so damn excited for that game.
What is that?
It's Hollow Knight.
You never played Hollow Knight?
Oh, no. You said Silksong. I didn't know. I know.
Yeah, it's called Hollow Knight Silksong, the second part.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It is like the next tip of the spear indie title that everybody's been waiting for. And this dude is rumoring that it will be day one Game Pass. Interesting. So, okay. The man leaked that The Last of Us Part 1 is going to be remade and it's coming out September 22nd, I think it is.
No, the second.
Oh, September the 2nd. I knew it was a 2. I just didn't miss the other 2. So September the 2nd, 2022, and it's they basically took the Last of Us 2 engine and remade Last of Us 1 in it. So it kind of has more continuity now.
Yeah,
right.
So is the gameplay the same as Last of Us 2?
Yes. No, they say they modernized the gameplay a little too.
Yeah. The gameplay would be like how Last of Us 2 is. Yeah.
So they've modernized the gameplay, which is interesting, and they obviously modernized the controls. They've remade the game in that new engine, so both games are at the same level as far as quality is concerned.
They even said because they didn't bring the actors back in to do the mocap, they said they actually had technology to advance the movements and everything, so that they didn't have to bring them in. They could just basically take what was already done and then just update it. So I thought that was pretty cool when they said that. So first and foremost, for those who are here, I missed Cybernox. He would be loving this conversation.
Shout out to Mr. Joanna Dark.
Yes, and shout out to Mr. Joanna Dark because he's here and he will pick up the mantle of Cybernox. Cybernox continuously clowns Everborn Saga for not playing GTA 5. Well, guess what? He's never played The Last of Us 1.
What?
That's true.
Here we go.
Let me tell this story. I'll tell this story.
Oh, here we go.
What happened was, go ahead.
I was kidnapped by aliens.
No, it wasn't that.
The day the game came out.
First of all, I see Marciano in the chat. He hasn't opened his Series X yet.
Yeah, he has. This dude bought a Series X a year ago. It's still in the box because there's no new exclusives to play it with.
A year and a half. And Halo is out. So here's the thing. He says, Mr. Joanna Dark says, I only play bad games like Sonic.
Facts.
Wow. Okay. No. So so what happened is I was disillusioned with Sony during the PS3 generation. I felt like that was their like Xbox One generation where they did everything wrong.
Even though this came out like when they started to get things,
I understand that, but I was already checked out.
Oh, okay. So with the PS4, when they remastered it on the PS4,
hold on a minute.
Okay.
So what happens is we go into the Xbox One generation, and for the first 2 years of that generation, Xbox just had the better games, right? That was the first 2 years, and then that's when I stopped gaming after 2015 until 2020. So I had that 5-year stretch. I went back to school, got my bachelor's degree, basically did almost no gaming. Except for when the Switch came out, and because I did play Breath of the Wild, and then I played the Link's Awakening remake. Those are the 2 games I played in those 5 years, and then I came back.
Notice he didn't say any Sega games. Continue.
Interesting, very interesting.
Any Sonic games, I should say. Please continue. Go ahead.
As if there was any good Sonic games to play at that time.
Hey man, it's in the eye of the beholder. Clearly, he didn't agree.
When I got my PS5, the first thing I did was go back and play God of War, and then Spider-Man 2018, and then Miles Morales, and then I started Horizon, but that game is like a damn chore to play through. And I still got to do Ghost of Tsushima. I'm trying to catch up.
Can you believe that? You have not played Ghost of Tsushima? Are you kidding me?
Wow, Ghost of Tsushima is so amazing. Okay. But you know, like, but this Last of Us Part 1 should be. Like, you should be all over this because it's
no. I said it.
This is exactly why I brought this up, because this is for Everborn.
Wait a minute. The first thing I tweeted, and this is right under Jay Barry's tweet. I said I never played it, so I'm buying this day one. Just like I played it's on PC now, but this is before it was on PC. I played it in its optimal state. Right, all the bugs were fixed. 60 FPS, PS5 patch. It was great. It was amazing. I played Spider-Man like that as well. So for me, this is the time to play Last of Us. So I'm all about that. Now, had I been one of you guys who bought it twice already, or played that already, $70.
I bought it twice already.
Is effing ridiculous.
I've paid for it twice already. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
No, it's fine for me.
No. It's ridiculous to me too. Will I buy it? Most likely I will, but I do think it's egregious.
$70 is fine for me because I've never played it.
So because you're playing a new game. Sure. And it's worth the $70 as a brand new game.
It's ridiculous to someone else.
I speak for other people all the time. What are you talking about?
You shouldn't.
You tell me Sonic is ridiculous.
No, because it is. That's a fact.
All that time,
it's a fact.
Sonic is ridiculous.
It's in the dictionary.
It's $70.
It's in the encyclopedia.
Touche, good sir.
No. Look, this is. I always say this. I've said this every time this whole $70 thing comes up. I always say
what you're gonna say.
No. I say value is subjective. It is the value of something is going to exchange by people.
Obvious,
but it's obvious. But apparently, it needs to be reminded to people sometimes when we get into these situations. Because I always say this: if Square came out with a Chrono Trigger remake,
Sonic gameplay. Forgive me. Continue. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If Square came out with a Chrono Trigger remake, I don't care what the price is. It could be $300. I'm dropping $300 down. I'm playing it. That's how much I care.
So to agree, so instead of agreeing that they are basically taking advantage of their consumer, you know that you are susceptible to that as well. So you're capping for them now, so that later you can't be made fun of. That's what you're doing right now.
Pick your favorite game and say it's going to get completely redone up, remade. It's going to look all the amazing. We spent $1 gazillion on it. We didn't brought the voice actors back in. We didn't gave them $10 billion of money to do this. And it's $100.
None of that was done.
Look, you're going to spend the money.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Stop the lies.
Are you going to spend the $70?
Look.
Are you going to spend the $70 on Last of Us?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to say.
To me, it ain't worth that. To me,
okay.
But look, I can't say it's not worth that to somebody else.
Okay.
Look, I see that there is the Left Behind DLCs included. That's cool. Factions is not included. That's not cool. I do.
Well, but see what they're doing with factions is they're building a whole new game, clearly, right?
Which is fine, and I'm going to try that out because what they have said about it,
better be free to play.
Art, forget the trash concept art. I'm like, I'm tired of seeing concept art, but like from what they are describing it, I want to try.
Speaking on that real quick, concept art game is supposed to be releasing in 2023, and all you have is concept art.
Ain't no way it's coming out in 2023.
All the people that made fun of the Starfield people that were hype off concept art are now like, oh my god!
And now all of a sudden,
Dog concept art. Listen, let me tell you something.
Oh, here we go.
It's not coming out to 2024.
Hold on a minute.
But yeah, why do you drop a date when you know that's absolutely ridiculous? Why would you do that? That makes no sense.
For the same reason they told you God of War was coming out in 2021. They need to get you hyped.
And when you get you to buy the piece of plastic.
When the jig is up, they'll have some other keys to dangle in front of you.
Other keys, yes. Look at the carrot. It's on the stick. It's right here.
Look
Come
at those low poly textures.
Okay, stop it.
My eyes are bleeding.
Hold on. Does it look like real life and too detailed, or is the textures low poly? Which one is it?
The textures is very low
get
poly.
Your story straight. So
no,
now
it looks. The one that was Kay that said that.
Great.
One.
Look at this.
That wasn't me.
Look at the transition between movements. Look at this. Look.
All right. Sonic is derailing this podcast even more than normal.
Listen,
Come on.
The point that I am trying to make.
Please make your point, sir.
Instead of us getting together like the PC guys do, but they're not going to do it when COD comes out, but like the PC people do and say, hey, we're not going to reward bad behavior. Right? People immediately turn around and say, well, with the price of inflation, and we have to think about what the company needs.
It's like as soon as one side does it, they become level-headed.
With 8.9% inflation right now. When you go to the supermarket or when you go to the gas station, F that. I'm in a Tesla. When y'all go to the gas station, do you say, well, you say,
there
well,
you go again, flexing the damn Tesla.
And what the market needs, and since people want gas, then it's just fine for them to raise the price. You don't say that dumb shit. So why do we say that when it comes to these games?
That is very true. I am agreeing with you on that, 100%. For some reason, and it doesn't happen when Xbox does something. It happens when PlayStation does something. Then the level heads come out.
And I also want to be clear. I promise you, Xbox will also at some point raise their prices to $70.
Oh hell yeah, they will. That's why they're not running around
doing it.
That's why you don't hear Aaron Greenberg running around going, woohoo, we only charge you $60, because they know one day they're going to charge you $70.
Right.
They know.
So I'm not on that train.
They just need an actual game that's worth charging you $70 for, right?
Hey.
I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I didn't mean it. Yeah, I did mean.
All
to
right,
say that.
let's continue.
Anyway, look, again.
Go ahead.
Everyone, you're saying all that, and guess what? The Firefly edition for like $99.99 sold out already. So look, it's we can say whatever we want. When it comes down to it, if it's your favorite game in the world, what are you going to do?
See. Okay, so all I'll say to that, Slow, I agree with you, Slow-Mo. All I will say to you to that is, I don't mind that you put your hand in fire. I just want you and I to understand that that's fire you're putting your hand
is
in.
buying it. This game got 25 pixels on screen. Does it matter? Everborn is buying it if it's $70.
But guess what? I will buy it, but you will not hear me saying, well, Sega Sammy, they kind of need this money, and it's their business model. And so
for the
laws of economics state supply and demand. No.
I agree.
He'll be the first to be in here saying, I'm an idiot, but I bought it and I enjoy every 5 minutes of it. That's it, right? That's all we want. We want you to admit that you're being ridiculous.
You don't say, I'm happy about movie ticket prices going up.
That's right.
There's no other form of entertainment or anything where people do that. They're only saying it to make, not you. I'm just saying,
I know.
Say this thing.
I've never said.
He's like, I know you're not talking to me.
no. I know. This is console warrior stuff. This is stuff that console warriors say. Defending a corporation, they have 1, 0 financial backing in, 2, 0 actual personal stake in needing to defend them. 3, nor do they need you defending them anyway. They got their own marketing department, stupid. But this is what people do.
Let Brad Smith defend Microsoft and whoever Sony's
he gets paid the big bucks to do that for sure. Right. So, yeah.
So, again, I just think that when these things happen, like when the PSP store was getting shut down, and like all of these other things that we actually were able to affect, they do listen. So maybe we at least pretend to be outraged, even though, yes, you can afford it, even though, yes, you're going to buy it anyway because it's your favorite game. But maybe if we let them know they're not happy about it, maybe they won't be so quick to split games up to charge you twice or move the price up to $80. Because all of this, it is just what it is, and you're not going to do anything. They're going to be like, oh, it's cool?
Well,
the legs are open?
And Microsoft would do the same thing, but Microsoft consumers tend to keep the boot on the neck of Microsoft and never let them forget it. And that's the reason why they keep slipping and sliding. Not always, but it happens more often than not.
I think that the general media doesn't cut Microsoft as much slack as they cut other companies.
As they do it, yeah. Well, because there's a lot more PlayStation fans.
There's always Microsoft people in there defending everything they do.
Sure.
Just like I defend everything Sonic does. But
at least he admits it.
But I think that when there's something bad on, like a bad business move on or just a blunder on the Microsoft side, it just feels like the pylons happen faster.
So real quick. For the video video viewers, this is what really caught me for a loop. Okay, not only did they remake the remaster
from Ozark,
no, not only did they remake the remaster, then they came out here and, like, as if to show you that what you paid for was absolute crap, they put a side by side on you and went, "See? We sold you shit last time. Now we're selling you the good stuff."
Hold on.
This was ridiculous to me. I'm sorry. This was ridiculous to me. Because yes, I get why it's necessary. I get why it's necessary. Because they're showing you the differences between. I get that. But still, usually, like for instance, BioShock, the trilogy. Anyone who had the original BioShock, when the remasters came out, it automatically turned into the remaster for you. That's what should have happened here. But instead, you're saying, see the thing we charged you for once you bought the first one? Here's the second one. Oh, well, let me show you how much further we've gone to get you to rebuy. Not only way more expensive than you've ever paid for it before. The same thing. Like, come on. This right here was the egregious part to me. This right here. This. I'm like, really? Come on now.
So, Slow-Mo, would you say that this looks like they took, at least for Joel, that they took the Last of Us 2 character model and just slapped it on?
And they put him in one. Yep. So it looks like to me.
Well, I wouldn't say just slapped it on, because you can't just slap it on.
It's not that simple.
No.
It's not that simple. But yeah, they did use the
They
Joel
took the development engine and the development environment from 2, and they remade 1 in 2.
Yes. So they did have to remake this. Now, I will say this. They're not the only ones who have done this. We've seen Microsoft do this with Gears 1, compared to Gears Ultimate Edition. We saw EA do this with Mass Effect Legendary Edition, comparing it from the original, all 3 games, to what the current one is. And that's even worse than this one, because they used the same engine. They used two generations outdated Unreal Engine 3 that was modified. So which
one are we talking about?
Mass Effect Legendary Edition.
So, yeah.
The difference was barely any difference whatsoever, but just a couple of more details and higher frame rates, because the hardware, of course, is way better.
Sure.
But this is like, I don't find this egregious at all. Now, here's the fact: did we need a remake? No. Absolutely not. We do not need a remake of this game.
Mm-hmm.
But a remake is here now. And because the remake is here, they're going to do every time someone makes a remake, they always go, look at what the old
look at the new one versus the old one.
Here's
my
issue with this. I feel like, now, if they change the combat system, if they
part makes it yes.
So if they
see
actually,
that part makes me go, why don't they offer an upgrade for like $10, $15 to those who have the original?
Well, I mean, they're gonna price it based on whatever they want to price it on. But I do think for me personally, again, this is all new to me, so it's great. Yeah. But when I think remake, I think Demon Souls. I think Final Fantasy VII Remake, even though that's more of like a sequel almost.
But to that end, Naughty Dog is a victim of their own success. Even though the remake remaster thing, they looked at, even if they compared the first one to the remake, the first one looked great until the remake made it look like crap, right? And the remake, the remaster made it look like crap, and the remaster looked absolutely phenomenal until this one made it look. They are a victim of their own success, right? It's not like it's a game that looked booty way back when, and now they're bringing it to light. It looked great from jump. It really did.
Right. On that note, we have to move on, and we have to talk.
Yes, we do. We have a final topic. Yes, but before you give the predictions, though, I want you all to see this and give me your impressions if you haven't seen it, because this is, I think, so far best in show of all the shows.
Why don't we give our predictions while this is playing?
Sure. Yeah, I won't narrate it. So please,
let me pull out my list.
Slow. Go ahead, pull out your list. Well, okay, you know what? and while you do that, I'll also pull out the rumored leak list, and we'll look at that while we go through these predictions.
I have 10 predictions. I'm gonna run through them real quick. Number 1, Avowed gameplay. Easy.
Okay.
Number 2, Starfield gameplay, even easier. Number 3, Redfall gameplay, the easiest of the easiest. Okay, all those are easy. Number 4, here we go. Elite Controller 2.0 Design Labs.
Okay, I'll take it.
You get to design your own Elite controller.
No Elite 3 though.
Unlikely.
No Elite 3,
but okay.
No. Unlikely.
Unlikely.
We'll see.
All right.
Number 5.
Calling BS on that one.
Number 5.
Because there's too many components in the Elite. But continue. Yes.
IO Interactive's Project Dragon game, whatever, will be announced. That's actually my
CGI
my top
trailer?
one. Probably a CG trailer because it's the first announcement, no gameplay, but we're going to see it for the first time. That's my number 1 really prediction there. Okay. Number 6, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes, let's go.
On Xbox. No Game Pass. No Game Pass. Not coming to Game Pass.
I'd buy it. I'd still buy it.
Number 7.
I wouldn't buy it. I already have it on PlayStation.
Forza Motorsport.
When something comes to PC, though.
Yeah, because it gives you more.
Right, whatever.
Forza Motorsport will be shown. And then at the end, it's going to say 2023. Yeah,
summer 2023.
Not coming out this year.
It's not coming out this year. Yes.
8 Game Pass Family Plan, whatever that thing's going to be.
Which was announced like last year. Like, come on, this is not news at this point.
Okay, hold on. I am not done. I got my last 2 crazy.
No major business announcements at the show. This is about games, but we'll see.
Look here.
Well, they have 2 shows, right? Tuesday is also the extended. But continue.
Acquisition.
Stop it.
Acquisition?
No.
Asobo. Asobo.
No.
Acquired.
No, not now.
They're going to acquire Asobo. Look, Plague Tale 2 is day and date in Game Pass. They got that 10-year contract. They got that 10-year contract with
they
Flight
paid
Simulator.
for Plague Tale 2 with Flight Sim money. So it is what it is.
You got a talented developer. Just get them under the wing. This will be probably their last single.
But they're busy right now. Really. Did you not see Crystal D just kind of walk them by?
They let Tomb Raider go for $300 million when they could have scooped that up. When they're missing the cog just one.
I'm telling you
had 3,
and they have a developer that's literally in their pocket right now, and they let
them money in the couch, and you think they're gonna buy? They're not buying nothing. They're not buying a quarter water from the corner store. Until Activision deal is done.
Until these feds leave the backyard. Okay. Do you know what I'm saying?
If you think that is outlandish, you're gonna hate this next one.
Oh, we want to hear it. Let's go. Let's go.
A superhero game.
Okay.
Wonder Woman.
By Ninja Theory.
Oh.
And it's Daredevil.
Okay.
I would love that, bro.
Woo! We have left Speculation Town and we have traveled to Fantasy Island.
Fantasy Island?
Hey, look.
Okay.
Most of those is just pie in the sky stuff.
Of course. But why not?
my one real prediction. I mean, of course, the gameplay stuff is going to happen. My one real prediction: we're going to see the IO interact again.
Okay.
You think so? Really?
Well, absolutely. I think that's a guarantee.
Okay.
It might even be the one more thing at the end. You know how, because they did that for Redfall last year, so it might even be like they're like, ooh.
All right. Let me go next. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it.
You're going to Avowed is going to be there with gameplay. That's going to be the big thing.
Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do it like Boom does it. What starts? What ends? What surprises?
Okay, so starting the show is Forza Motorsport.
So you see Forza first.
Yes.
What? Okay.
Ray tracing.
Your choice.
Okay.
Ray tracing, all of that. Puts GT7 to shame, right?
Okay.
All right. In the middle of the show, you're going to have Avowed gameplay. That's going to be the marquee thing, right? You're not only going to get Final Fantasy VII Remake, but you're also going to get Persona 5.
No,
I said Persona 5 will be.
Y'all talking about me out here. Hold on a second. Y'all talking about me with the crazy talk here. Are you serious right now?
All right. We'll see.
Man.
We'll see.
Hey, man. So, he's calling it. He's got his hands up.
Okay.
He's Babe Ruben it.
You are going to get Contraband gameplay. Right?
Okay.
Of course. Yeah, that's to be expected, I think.
Right? Obviously, you're going to get Grounded 1.0. It's going to be a whole new thing. You're not going to get anything from what do you call it? Outer Worlds 2, right?
Oh, no, it's too early for that.
Right. You are going to get Avowed, right?
Okay.
I think you're only going to get light trailers that don't have real, like, uncut gameplay. You're going to get a light story trailer for Starfield, and that's going to be saved for the 14th event. That's where Todd Howard comes out with the bomber jacket and does his 15-minute playthrough. Right?
I think so he's not doing a playthrough.
Not on Sunday. He's going to do it Tuesday.
I think the extended. I'm thinking the extended is.
They gotta show some gameplay.
Maybe something light, and then they go the extended is where they blow it out.
The one more thing is going to be Indiana Jones, right? I don't think Wolfenstein 3 will be at the show.
I think it's too early for Indiana Jones.
In Exile is also going to show what they've been working on. Maybe it's Fallout, but I think based on their latest tweet, maybe it's something Star Wars related.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of Star Wars talk,
right?
Yes, they have.
And the biggest surprise of the show is that they have snagged the exclusive on Wonder Woman, and it's going to be shown off there using the Nemesis engine.
And you don't think that this whole rumored Kojima game is a part of it?
Bullshit. Forget about it.
Well, I think it's real.
I think it's real.
Yeah, it's definitely real.
I think that I don't think you're going to get Deathloop on Xbox for another year. I think it's actually 2 years before you see it.
No, it's confirmed. There was like 1 year.
Confirmed.
Yeah, so it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. Listen.
No, but stop that.
No,
come on,
that's
you cannot.
I do think
Sony is
that's
not
conflating
blocking.
BS. Come on.
That's okay. Sony is not blocking Final Fantasy VII Remake on Xbox right now. That's
how can Sony block
343
on Xbox?
343 is going to be in witness protection, nowhere to be found. I do think the coalition is going to be there with a CG trailer of whether it's a Gear 6 story thing or the side project they're working on, which is not Mandalorian.
Okay. And also not Marcus Phoenix rumored collection?
No, that's bullshit.
Okay.
I don't know what Pentiment is, so I can't speak on that.
It's only a code name for now.
I know what that is.
I think
speak on it.
It's a Disco Elysium game. It's like it's
it's Disco Elysium like
kind of RPG.
Yes.
That's being with the Josh Sawyer guy from Obsidian is the lead director on it. It's a little weird because it's supposed to take place like in like a olden times in Victorian area.
It's supposed to be double A in scope, right?
Yes, definitely. But so is Disco Elysium. Like if you I'm playing that game right now.
big,
Amazing story and amazing dialogue, but really low like budget. You know, that was the indie studio that made that game. So like that's the scope for it.
I also want to point out that a lot of people are talking about this show like it's only going to be first party stuff. I think there's going to be a lot of third parties there. Third party, a lot of indie stuff.
And speaking of that, Everborn, have you noticed? Well, you may have not noticed. I asked you to do some homework and watch some of Summer Game Fest. Specifically, Summer Game Fest, and also some of Devolver Digital.
Because than to ask me to do homework, but go ahead.
No, but
I don't think
carefully.
This screenshot.
It's because
real,
you see
this screenshot is.
Oh no, I'm just posting what people have posted. Yeah. I'm not acknowledging it's real.
I'm just looking at this stuff like, ain't no way.
The reason why I say you should watch those is because you'll notice that there have been day one Game Pass games dropped in those places as well, and presumably, if Microsoft wanted to keep them, they would have kept them. You know, things like a Plague Tale Requiem. It's already been shown off at the Tribeca Game Festival. So they're probably not going to show that at the Xbox show.
Or
too much. There's not enough time.
Quick trailer and say they want to get, because I mean it's not out yet. It's coming out within
but I guess the point I'm trying to make is it seems like they don't have enough time for all of the various things that they could announce. So they've kind of ceded the I would say second tier news to these various other events.
I do think Compulsion's game is going to be there.
I agree.
And those are the things. Now, I did say before, I think
and do you think it's going to be called the Paradise Clause?
Absolutely not.
That's what I knew this whole thing was fake.
I also
Paradise Clause. That's a horrible.
No way Banjo-Kazooie is going to be there. I also think that what's it called? Killer Instinct. I said my conspiracy theory is that we didn't start talking about this for no reason. I think it is fake grassroots marketing that was brought up because they planned on announcing something around it. But it might just be a logo that we get.
The only thing in this whole leak trailer that is 100% real, 100% real, and I've already said the name, 1 versus 100. That is 100% real.
You think that's at the show?
Oh, I don't have to think about it. It is 100% real. Phil Spencer literally said that to us at a fan fest that like 6-8 months ago. Oh yeah, we're working on the guys who they bought that were using.
Be on the show though.
I would not be surprised because remember, I have said this multiple times. They need the kitchen sink approach. They had 2 marquee titles that everybody was hanging their hat on, and then those marquee titles went boom in the night. So now it needs to be anything and everything needs to be shown off.
I'm getting the dirty.
The RFC is getting disapproved. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fantastic show. We must leave because we do not want to get Mrs. Everborn Saga mad at him.
Oh, it's too late. Too late for that, sir. We just got to go.
But Slow Mo Backslash, we appreciate you jumping in here real quick. Tell the fine people where they can find you. What are you doing through all this? Are there going to be specialty shows you're going to be a part of? Go ahead and tell people where they can find you during, what is it, Gamer Christmas? Can't be EP. What are you calling this?
Who knows? We can call this now. Tomorrow on my channel, I'll be streaming The Quarry at some point. But on Sunday, I will be streaming my live reaction to the show at 1 p.m. So come on through. Game & Forte will be there. Our homie Ramon Terrell will be there. Actor, writer, a gamer, all that stuff.
Great dude.
Yeah, definitely all around great dude. So come through and hang out with us. We'll check out the show and see all the stuff that's not on the screen.
Every time I hear about
see all the stuff that doesn't show up on the screen.
About how much I'm not doing. He's like always editing new books. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to get a comic book book now. This guy's on book number 18.
And he's acting, and he's like the extra in every CW TV show and Hallmark movie and whatnot. He's the guy in the back reading the newspaper, drinking his coffee at the cafe. Black dude number 3. Shout out there.
Black dude number 3. Oh my God! Stop it! But no, thank you so much for jumping in. I just sent the invite out there, and the man was like, "Yeah, why not? I will bring the slander full force." I appreciate you being here, sir.
We needed backup to do this dumb piece.
Oh, stop it!
All right,
Mr. Everborn Saga.
I'm Everborn Saga everywhere. You know where to find me if you're here. And
getting beat up by his wife is where you can find him.
If we don't get out of here, yeah.
And you know what? I enjoyed this kamikaze bum rush type of a situation. Hey, you're the one who kept it going. Stop it. I enjoyed this, so we're gonna do this some more while Gamer Christmas is going on. Maybe we'll put some impromptu shows together, do something. Slow. There's many community members around who still have not had the talk. We need to have the talk. We're all gonna get together and we're gonna have the talk.
Oh yeah, we gotta do a Steam Deck review.
Yes, Fuzzy wants to be down. A bunch of folks want to be down. So we'll have that conversation and have the talk. Maybe we'll wait till Everborn Saga gets his, or maybe we'll just have it in 2022.
By then, like they would have fixed all the software.
They would have fixed all the bugs.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a real fun time.
2.0 by then.
But we got to be out. And we love that y'all just showed up here with no preamble. We didn't even advertise, and there's so many people that joined us. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all next week.
One other thing, if when we stream on Sunday, if I have like a black eye, it's because I fell down a step.
Interesting. And we'll leave on that note. Slow-mo back, Craig.
Domestic violence.
Have a good night, everybody.
She told me twice already.
Layla.